Why aren't you a train?
That was real weird, but kind of good.
You were constantly on a sheet of ice, freezing to death everywhere you went.
Nice thing about that is you never run out because he's fueled by evil.
I had a yam and mustard craving.
He's more spider now than man, twisted and evil.
I like Darth Vader more than Will.
I like themes.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
It's 2018, everybody. That's the radio.
Yeah.
If you poke it, nothing happens.
Well, you have this record player, radio, CD player combo to my right, and I know it's not plugged in, but there are buttons on it.
Yeah.
And like my child, if I see a button, I'm going to push the damn button. I'm going to push it.
There's a lot of buttons on there.
I know. I'm going to be very occupied this entire time.
I like to call that... So this is one of those vinyl record, radio, CD, Bluetooth,
it's
cassette
Bluetooth.
tape. Yeah.
Wow.
MP3 aux in, USB jack, wooden box radios.
See, I actually want one of these.
Oh, I'd almost give you that one right now.
Has it upset you?
No, I just think of them as the retirement home special.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
See, here, in case you haven't noticed this about me, I'm always just like an inch away from being like a 65-year-old guy ready to retire.
Oh, okay.
I'm always this close.
You're that close.
One of my Christmas presents this year was a sweater, a shawl-neck cardigan, because I want to wear old man sweaters.
I know.
But not just any, like, it's not just a regular sweater. It's like a big, comfy, warm sweater.
Ooh.
Why? Because I don't care about what it looks like. I want it to be warm.
Is it fleece?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a sweater.
It's
Come
not a fleece.
on.
It's a sweater. Okay. What's
Yeah.
a shawl neck?
Well, I may have the terminology wrong.
Okay.
Someone may yell at me. I'm sure we have a lot of fashion-forward listeners here. It's like a regular cardigan, but with like the flip-up collar thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like old men wear.
That's true. They do. Yeah.
I also complain about the music that kids listen to all the time,
You do.
as anyone who's listened to this podcast can attest to. So I'm there. I'm an old man already.
Well, that's okay. That's fine. You be yourself.
I spent Christmas with in-laws, the week after Christmas, and they were all playing fun games. And you know what I wanted to do? Just curl up and read a book. That's all I wanted to do. Just curl up by the fake fireplace, read a book.
Fake fire.
Yeah, it was a fake fireplace, but it was very warm.
It wasn't like Netflix fireplace.
No. It was a space heater fireplace.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Space
It's,
heater fireplace I'm okay with.
I'm ready to retire to Boca. I'm afraid I'm not quite Jewish enough for it.
You know, we have friends in Boca.
We have friends in Boca.
We have fans, in fact. In
So
Boca.
many fans.
So many fans.
That's part of the reason I want to go there, for the idol worship.
The adoration.
Yeah.
You can have kind of a Grace and Frankie scenario going on with somebody down there.
I just want a whole fan club following me around everywhere. And Boca's where that's going to happen.
I think you're right.
By the way, Grace and Frankie,
Yeah.
you referenced a TV show
I did.
from the last decade.
But I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay.
It pops up. I know what the premise of it is.
I was going to be impressed.
Yeah.
I'm less impressed.
Okay. Fascinating premise of a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a boring show.
Is it?
I didn't like it.
Okay.
But I watched a couple episodes.
Okay. I have.
Not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Not because of the subject matter.
Yeah.
Just because.
It just didn't. It didn't play for you.
Yeah. It's not meant for me. That's a kid's show.
It's a kids show.
Yeah, well, it's for the youth to watch.
For the youth, not for you.
I mean, everyone under the age of like 28, 30 is a kid now.
You got Green Acres to go watch.
Mm-hmm. This is not made up at all. I was flipping through our on-air TV the other day. Not using Sling, but using what used to be the rabbit ears.
Yeah, digital antenna.
Yeah. And I came across an episode of WKRP.
Okay.
And I mean, darn it if that's not a fun show. I don't care what people think. That's a classic right there. Doggone it. Hey, welcome to Sushi Jackknife.
Well, hello. Welcome to Sushi Jackknife.
You know, I just realized we have not said the word doggone it in the podcast nearly enough.
Well, doggone it.
The phrase doggone it?
Yeah.
Or is it a word?
That's a toughie.
Because, like, damn it is one word.
It can be.
Most of the time.
I've seen it both ways. Yeah.
Most of the time. I mean, people aren't...
Damn it.
They're not writing damn it.
Yet. Yeah.
It's damn it. So, I assume it would be doggone it, not doggone
D-O-G.
it.
Two G's? D-O-G-G-O-N-I-T?
I'm for it.
Doggone it.
I'm for it.
I don't know. That's a toughie. I have the same problem with God damn it. Because I feel like that's one word sometimes as well. God
It
damn
is.
it. Yeah.
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 Interesting.
Yeah. This is how phrases are made into words.
Yeah.
It's 2018, everybody.
Yeah, it is.
It's the first podcast of 2018.
And it's all uphill from here.
I'm sure it is.
I hope it is. It can't really be downhill, right?
No, we've already gone as far down as the hills go.
2017, to recap.
Yeah.
We got Orange Hitler. We have every beloved icon diddling people.
Or dying.
Or dying. I don't know that there's any beloved icon left that could die or have groped a human being.
Yeah.
I think we're out.
We're done.
So it's got to be uphill now. Watch. I say this, and then it's gonna, like Tom Hanks. There's gonna be news about Tom Hanks tomorrow.
Oh, let's not. Oh, that one would actually hurt me a lot. It would hurt me.
It's just. It's a matter of time.
He's America's, not America's dad, but he's like America's like.
He's a male America's sweetheart.
Yeah. People love Tom Hanks.
I feel like it's a little sexist that America's sweetheart is always reserved for women.
Oh. Well,
I mean, they can have it.
It's a little it's sexist in the fact that, like...
It's a little condescending.
Yeah, it's a little
to
condescending,
say it.
Yeah.
And also, I feel excluded. I can't be America's sweetheart.
You can.
No.
You can.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate your vote of confidence.
Maybe not
here.
other guys, but Nathan Badley can be America's sweetheart.
That's what I'm striving for.
We're going to get you on the cover of Tiger Beat, goddammit.
Tiger Beat. Oh, boy. So, we haven't spoken since holidays.
No, we haven't at all.
Like I said, I went to. I have a nice long story here. Well, I went to go visit in-laws. I'm assuming when I do this, by the way, on the podcast, I'm assuming they will never ever listen to my podcast.
Let's hope.
So, we're just going to go with that and move on. So, my wife's sister, my sister-in-law, is a planner. And she loves to plan things out and gets upset if things don't go according to plan, right?
That's, yep.
So we went to Kansas City to visit everyone. And she has created this tradition In her head, it's a tradition. It had happened one time before. That's not a tradition. That's just a happenstance. But I think this was her attempt to turn it into a tradition.
Okay.
Where the whole family goes and eats at an awful restaurant called Fitz's and goes ice skating.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you've paid attention to what's happening in the world, but we're in a cold spell across the entire country.
Yeah, if not world.
Right. So, which I guess, real quick, we should thank Donald Trump for ending global warming?
Yeah, thank
Is
you.
that how that works?
I think it does.
I want to cater to our conservative listeners,
He
too.
willed it out of existence.
And so it was on the day we're supposed to go ice skating, a high of 6 degrees. Not counting wind chill, a high of 6 degrees. But because she's dead set that we're going to do it because of the tradition that hasn't become a tradition yet, we all ventured to Crown Center in Kansas City and ate at Fitz's, which is a terrible restaurant, as I previously stated. It's a place where you get a $6 burger that should be a $1 burger,
Oh, no.
but it's delivered by train, so it's really cool.
Oh,
It's
no.
Okay.
Wait, there's like a track around the restaurant?
There's a
and
track
you-
above, and the train brings it around and then just like lowers the basket to your table. You know how when you go to a restaurant and the server brings you food, you're like, why aren't you a train? You're a person, not a mode of transportation.
I just want to know about the trains in the kitchen in the back that are making the food. Like,
Well, so to start off with, we show up with a group of, I believe, 11?
ooh, that's a lot.
I mean, kids. There are kids involved too, so they're smaller. But they're, I'm not going to do the actual math. 11 people there.
Yeah.
And the hostess takes us to a nice 6-top table
Oh,
and
come on.
looks at us as we give her a befuddled look, and then says, "Do you need a chair?" Which I did not say because I would have gotten some very bad looks from my in-laws. But I wanted to say, only if that chair can seat 3 people and is also located at a bigger table. Okay, so I ended up eating with the other husbands off somewhere else.
Okay. All right.
Looking into the kitchen and seeing the look of sheer annoyance that all the people who have to load the food onto the trains have. They don't love it. One guy, so to order the food, you don't have a server, you order by phone.
What?
Why
is this so
there's a lot of
complicated?
things happening here. And so the guy who takes the orders by phone was right in front of us. And I saw him. He got out a big bag of Cheetos. Okay. Dumped the Cheetos into like a 32-ounce styrofoam cup that he had there. And so he's sitting there, and you see him be annoyed, talking, ringing things into the computer, and then, hits his button to hang up, and then just goes, and like chugs Cheetos out of this cup, like it's his only thing that's keeping him alive. At that moment, I felt for him because I would also be pounding Cheetos if I had to deal with this all day. So anyway, we get done with the food, whatever. And they all go out to ice skate. I have a 1.5-year-old that cannot ice skate. He can't walk, really. Ice skate's definitely not on the table. So we didn't go out there initially and just kind of wandered around the inside area. And then went out after they'd been out there for about 5 minutes. maybe 10 minutes. In time to see everyone make excuses for going back inside. Except for the sister who wants to ice skate, who all of a sudden is kind of just like, where did everyone go? They went, it's 6 degrees and you're on a sheet of ice. They went inside.
Exactly. Did she tough it out for a while?
I think she made one more lap.
Okay.
And then gave up. Anyway, all that to say, being on a sheet of ice in freezing temperatures is the perfect analogy for how the entire week went.
Yeah, I bet.
You were constantly on a sheet of ice, freezing to death everywhere you went. And all I wanted to do was curl up and read a book.
No, and wear your sweater.
Anyway,
Shawl-neck.
so that was my entire week with them.
Well, doggone it.
Summed up.
That's a thing, man.
That and a bunch of games that I didn't want to play. The other thing about this, I don't know if I've talked about this, they love games,
Yeah.
but they seem to only love games I hate. It's never like, let's play Risk or something like that. It's always like, let's play Cranium, which I don't like games that the entire point of the game is, wouldn't it be funny if you had to embarrass yourself in front of people?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Party games in general. It's just, look at that person. They look like an idiot. When's it my turn to be an idiot?
my memory of Cranium is like trying to make a duck out of clay and like freaking out inside.
Yeah.
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 It's very, it's unpleasant. It's nerve-wracking. Anyway, so I did not participate in many games.
Okay.
I got my obligatory games in and then went away.
Were you able to find a place of solace at any point?
I had a new book, and in the time I was there, I read 170 pages of the book.
Wow. Nice job. Nice job.
So that was my quiet time.
Well spent, I think.
Yeah,
well
yeah,
spent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We were home for Christmas. Made cookies on Christmas Eve.
What kind of cookies?
Sugar. From
Frosted sugar?
No.
Or okay.
Just
Because those
sprinkled.
are the better sugar, not frosted.
Yeah, I don't like frosted cookies.
No.
Frosting belongs on cake. Damn it.
Well, I mean other things too.
Well, yeah, but people.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
People. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? No, frosting on cookies or brownies
Yeah.
is a no-go.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's too much. Then we went down to Georgia like 2 days after Christmas. Oh, and on Christmas I made a weird vegetarian ham. That was real weird, but kind of good. But mostly weird.
What was it made out of?
Vegetarian
Well,
ends.
but like you didn't look like beans, quinoa.
Some kind of bean. It had to be some sort of tempeh bean situation.
tempeh.
Yeah. Doggone it.
I like tempeh.
Yeah, tempeh's not bad.
Tempeh.
Tempeh. Maybe there's some seitan in there.
Yeah. Also good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice thing about that is you never run out because he's fueled by evil.
There's a restaurant in town for the people who aren't from here called the Wild Cow.
Oh yeah, the Wild Cow. Yeah,
You hate the Wild Cow,
I
but
do.
that's a side note.
I do.
But they have a like their workers have shirts that say "Hail Satan."
Oh, nice. We were camping one time with some friends, and then this like other couple that we didn't know as well. And one of them was like a rockabilly dude, like a punky rockabilly dude.
And he carried his upright bass with him everywhere he went.
Well, he was actually an upright bass player. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. And then his girlfriend were like just sort of like to provoke people.
Oh, good.
And so,
That's always the best.
yeah. And so people would walk by our campsite and, to try to keep them away, she'd just go like, "Hail Satan," every time they would walk by. And we were one of those like state park camp type places, where there was like families everywhere.
Naturally.
Yeah.
That's like our last camping excursion. We ended up next to all the families, and it was just the two adults having to deal with children that weren't our own.
I remember this story.
Yeah.
I remember this. Yeah.
It was good.
So we went down and went to see my sister-in-law, and then went to see my grandparents. But at my sister-in-law's house, we acquired some relics from her and my wife's childhood.
Oh, boy.
And I have them to share with you here.
Oh, boy.
What we have here is two coloring books. Mm-hmm. These are from the 80s. Well, at the latest, early 90s.
This one is copyright 1998.
Oh, never mind. Bullshit. I'm full of shit. This one, this was 1990. I have in my hand the Miss America pageant coloring book with additional captions by my sister-in-law as a child. It's pretty
Why
great.
is this a coloring book?
I asked myself the same question.
Arby what dur happened? Is that
Is that the dialogue?
so? The picture. Let me set the scene here.
Okay.
Is a woman with a smart bob there.
Hair. Yeah. Yeah.
Next to a sign that says "Enter now."
Oh.
The official caption says, "I think you should go for it." She's talking to her friend, who obviously is the beauty pageant
queen.
contestant.
Yeah.
As she does not have a smart bob.
No.
No woman with a smart bob will ever win a pageant.
That's the message we're getting, certainly.
Yeah. So the official caption is her saying, "I think you should go for it." The dialogue that has been written in here
Or you know what? This might have been written by my wife. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
is, "Arby what dur happened."
Okay.
And then the beauty pageant contestant, this is shockingly accurate, says, "I had a yam and mustard craving." I really wish that maybe it's in here. I want to hear her plea for world peace.
Yeah. Look in the inside cover. I think there's something there too. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
The first. There you go.
Miss America. Now, the pageant winner looks like she's being sexually harassed by the host of the pageant.
She certainly does. It's accurate.
I don't know if this is on stage or if this is just outside and they're...
Just, that's what happens.
Yeah. She's saying, "How stupid are you?" And he says, "Very smiley face."
At least he knows himself. At least he knows how dumb he is.
Let's see if we have more captions.
There's some great coloring in here, I have to say.
Yeah, I'm actually very impressed by some of the coloring.
Whoa, there's a child all of a sudden. Hello, child. Hi. Did you just watch Star Wars?
It's already over.
Oh, Star Wars is already over. And that's a hi-hat symbol? Yep.
Congratulations, you found the hi-hat.
Yeah. Hey, Holden, you want to come be on the podcast?
Huh?
You want to come be on the podcast for a second? Come here. You got your dark side pajamas on?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, I want to take a second to express a little bit of concern about your child here.
Okay.
While he's in the room. You've been showing him Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I love you.
Oh, that's nice.
Very nice.
See, this contradicts what I'm about to say, and it worries me even more.
Body.
Watching Star Wars,
Yeah.
he seems to have affinity for one particular group in the movie.
He's a big fan of the Empire.
Yes, I do.
Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Darth Vader.
See, that's concerning.
No,
I don't like that.
I know.
Do you like Darth Vader more than the Jedi?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
You like Luke more than Darth Vader?
Yeah. I like Darth Vader more than Luke.
See,
Whoa.
I think you're rooting for the wrong side in the movie.
No, I'm not.
No, but Luke is the protagonist. You're rooting for the bad guy.
Yeah, the antagonist.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, at least you're aware of it.
Luna. Oh.
Holden, are you happy that you've been on the internet since you were like 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very expressive.
You are very expressive.
Check you later.
You're gonna have to go with mommy now. You've made your guest appearance.
Yeah.
Okay, say sushi jackknife.
Sushi jackknife.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay, go to bed.
That's just all my serious that I want to learn about you. And I need to stay here forever.
That's a long time.
Until I get tired.
Hey, Bub.
Holden, it's time to go.
If you want to sleep in my bed, you gotta go.
My, check you later.
Check you later. Bye. Good night. He said, check you later.
I agree with all of what was said.
Exactly what you guys talk about.
Like,
Hey, hold it.
he said that like it was 1994.
Yes.
Hey, come on, brother.
It was,
Hurry up. Let's race.
he was pretty slick there. Check you later.
Check you later.
Yeah, your child,
Yeah, I know.
like it. Is this in every movie or just Star Wars that he roots for the villain? Like, let's say your kid was watching Schindler's List.
I haven't tested that particular theory, but I think it's mostly Star Wars for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know. It's inexplicable, but it seems to just be Star Wars. Who knows why?
Don't just, for the record, don't show your child Schindler's List.
I won't.
He's not ready for that.
It has Liam Neeson in it. You know I'm not going to do that.
Although, if you want to show him a Liam Neeson movie, show him Taken. And if he is watching it, rooting for the kidnappers, find therapy.
Yeah, back to the Miss America coloring book?
Yeah.
It's fascinating, right?
Yes. So the thing I came across right before is some of the pages have been torn out here, so I don't know how the storyline goes in order.
I think you're giving this book a lot of credit.
But apparently, according to the storyline in the Miss America coloring book, what used to be a handsome man now has
Red.
his teeth black and
Yes.
large red dots labeled zits. Was giving one of the contestants a kitten.
Oh.
The official caption is, "He's for good luck."
Oh.
The beauty contestant has added, "Oh, how sweet, but can I keep you instead?"
Whoa. Yowza.
And the cat is saying something too, but I can't read it. This one, it's two ladies in ball gowns, naturally.
Yeah, full on ball gowns.
I don't know if they're in the pageant. They may just wear ball gowns around.
Could
because
be.
this clearly is not a coloring book for feminists.
It is not. It is most certainly not.
One of them says, "I hate my hair!" It's in caps. I assume that's how it's meant to be read. And the other one says, "Can't believe my sis and I are the only cool ones." How old was your wife when she had this?
Oh, God. She must have... 1990.
This one's from 1990?
1990, 91. She was... let me think about that for a second.
Okay, well,
She was like 6 or 7.
if we need to set the year a little bit more. They're wearing leotards to warm up and work out.
Oh,
And-
boy.
Yeah.
She's a maniac, maniac on the floor.
Leotards with turtlenecks underneath them.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So
Oh, boy.
that's it. It's amazing that your wife turned out as well adjusted as she
Well,
did.
you know, you really never know a person until you go read their old coloring books.
Now the question is, does she still have two questions? Does she still have latent beauty pageant fantasies? Like, does she dream of being
That's a good question.
Miss whatever?
I don't know the answer to that. Like Miss Social Worker? Like,
I don't.
yo, the
I don't
most,
feel like that would be that difficult a pageant to like. Not. I feel like there would be like a smartest cardigan competition in there.
Yeah.
Like, that's a snappy cardigan. Very nice.
Best black slacks. Yeah. God, so many fucking black slacks everywhere.
I actually was commenting on this. My child's therapist was at our house yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I was noticing that anyone working with children and any social work, anything like that, it's like there's a uniform.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the slacks and the cotton cardigan.
Yep.
You got to wear the cotton cardigan and the
It's
slacks.
important. It's important. The cardigan lets people know you're not a threat. That's why you get to wear one when you're an old man, because you're no longer a threat.
Here's a quick little snippet from this coloring book. I can't show the picture, so I'll have to describe it. It's the woman with the smart bob.
Yeah.
Obviously not. She's playing piano, so I'm
Oh.
assuming she's accompanying one of the more talented long-haired individuals.
Talent is gauged in hair length, obviously.
Yeah, in fact, there is a woman tap dancing over here.
In a
very
leotard.
long hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leotard, top hat, long hair.
You know, you wonder why girls have body image issues when they read shit like this. Oh my God.
Smart Bob here.
Smart Bob.
Half of her hair has been colored red and the other half orange. And her lips are also red. The caption, written by the artist, is, "I got my hair to match my lipstick." Well, at least halfway. There's a lot of labeling them as "I look awful,"
Yeah.
which I think goes into the body image.
I think so.
Thing, too.
I think so.
What? There's.
That one looks like chaos.
I don't even know. This is like a Jackson Pollock version
Yeah.
of clearly a beauty contestant talking to two older people.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe swingers that she knows. I don't know who they are.
Could be.
I haven't read the whole book.
The last page is shocking.
Oh, it's everywhere.
How did they get on the ceiling?
I'm really unhappy with all of this book.
Yeah. As am I.
The early 90s were not a good time.
They weren't a good time to. I don't think they were a good time to be alive, especially as a girl. I don't think they were a good time to do much of anything.
To bring out the feminist ideals here, the other book is a Barbie book.
It's a Barbie book. Yeah.
So there's a documentary on Netflix right now
Yes.
called "The Toys That Made
I
Us."
wanted to watch this. Have you watched it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So there's an episode on Barbie,
Yes.
and they actually explain some of the body choices that they've made with Barbie.
Okay.
Because we all know if Barbie was an actual human being, she'd be like 7'3" and weigh 90 pounds.
Right.
Like, she could play center in the NBA if she bulked up. That's the situation we have there.
Right. Right.
Their explanation was, like, for instance, the neck. I don't know if you've noticed, Barbies
Yeah.
have super long necks.
Yes, they do.
It's because with clothes on, if her neck was an average length, her head would just be like resting on her coat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there were actual practical reasons for ruining every female's life from 1950 on.
And they all came down to, doll proportions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, of course, everyone wants to, well, I say now, I don't think it's really a thing anymore. But people really wanted to look like white female Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Manute Bol's probably he was very skinny. You don't know any basketball players,
Nope.
but Manute Bol was a skinny guy.
Okay.
We'll go Manute Bol.
Skinny, tall guy?
Yeah.
Got it.
Very tall.
Got it. Yeah. Have you seen, well, first of all, there's a few Barbies in the house. We got President, Vice President Barbie.
Okay.
Which is African American, is the president, and regular old Barbie is Vice.
Do you think Barbie's bummed that she can't even be president in her own toy line?
No, I think Barbie's actually very nice.
I mean, she's done everything else.
She has. She's been an astronaut. She's done it all. The other one we have like quote unquote normal size Barbie, or no, I'm sorry, plus size Barbie, who looks like a normal person. Like she has hips. You know how women have hips?
Yeah.
Like she has hips, whereas regular Barbie doesn't really have. She's got the cinched waist thing, but not a lot of, you know what I mean? She's teeny. She's very teeny.
You know how in the year 2018, as we're in now, the popular thing has moved away from super skinny to curvaceous.
Yes.
You want the booty.
Yeah.
When is Booty Barbie coming out?
I hope anytime now.
Yeah. Booty Barbie. And then women, girls growing up can have unrealistic body image issues the other way.
About having like...
I have a flat butt. I need to do more squats.
I think if they do make that available, it needs to come with a free download of Sir Mix-a-Lot.
It just has a button on the back that when you hit the button, it just makes a whipping sound.
Exactly, Nathan. Exactly. You got it.
Oh, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh, man. He mixed a lot.
Yeah. That... I think he's kind of like a prophet.
Okay.
A little bit. Because in the 90s, he wrote about big butts.
Big butts, yeah.
And everyone else in the 90s was like, well, listen to this novelty song. This is ridiculous. This guy likes big butts. No one likes that.
And then?
And then we're in the current era where everyone likes them. And Sir Mix-a-Lot's just sitting back going, yeah, I knew it. Give me my royalties.
You should come out with a new song that's like, me too. You too. Mm-hmm. You like big butts and you cannot lie.
It's about time you admit it.
So earlier today, Debert and I were listening to a song by, do you remember Music Soul Child?
No.
It's like, R&B kind of guy.
Okay, that adds up.
2000s, early 2000s. Had a few songs. And he had this this tune that's like, the lyrics are saying like, I'm going to ask this girl to come home. But it's the like most non-threatening way possible. He's like, yeah, if you want to, we could come home and like, I'll stand over there and I want to make sure you're comfortable and secure. And, if you want me to leave, like, that's cool. And he just goes on and on and on and on. And, like, contrast that with a new country hit.
Oh, boy.
Called Take a Drunk Girl Home.
Now, who is this by?
I don't know. But check this out. The premise of the song is not probably what you think immediately, which is like, hey, man, she's drunk. Get her. Go take her home.
Okay.
It's time. It's take a drunk girl home. Leave your number by the phone. Lock the door and leave her alone. take a drunk girl home. So it's like it's almost detailed instructions of what you should do.
It's actually so
Right?
I've got the lyrics right here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Throw them at me.
They're very. It is like a how-to.
It's a how-to. Because you're drunk too. You need this song.
Couple cover charge stamps got her hand looking like a rainbow.
That is a horrible lyric. Anyway.
Well, there's a lot of horrible lyrics here. Chris Jansen's not a lyricist, per se. In and out of every bar on a whim, just like the wind blows.
Oh, boy.
You know how bars constantly have wind going in and out of them. She's either a bachelorette or coming off a breakup.
Oh, boy. That doesn't
How does he know that?
Right.
Is she wearing... Is it like a bachelorette party type of situation where she's got the
Sash.
or the tank top that matches all the other tank tops, but hers is white?
And she's crying.
Take a drunk girl home. She's bouncing like a pinball, singing every word she never knew.
That's fucking... What an asshole thing to say.
Dancing with her eyes closed like she's the only one in the room.
She's
Her
not,
hair's a perfect mess, falling out of that dress.
though. Wow.
Take a drunk girl home. Okay, so that's not the how-to part. At this point, we're still in like potential date rape territory.
Yeah, exactly. We're on the precipice. The tension is building.
Here's where it's the good how-to. Take a drunk girl home. We've been there. We've got that part. Let her sleep all alone.
Oh.
Leave her keys on the counter.
Okay.
Your number by the phone. Don't program it into the phone. That's an invasion of privacy. Write it on something next to the phone. He doesn't say this, but I assume that you could leave a note explaining why the phone number is there.
Yeah. Ostensibly.
She's clearly not in her right mind. How you got her home in the first place is beyond me.
Shocking.
You may be in the wrong house. I don't know. And pick up her life she threw on the floor.
Ew.
Leave the hall lights on. Walk out and lock the door.
Wow.
That's how she knows the difference between a boy and a man. Take a drunk girl home.
So is the message if you're a boy, like, you do date rape her? Is that, like...
If you don't feel you've reached the level of maturity as this country singer, yeah, you're probably going to date rape her.
That's... Wow.
It's a bad idea.
Wow.
This song sounds terrible. It's a very good message, but it sounds terrible.
Exactly. That was my reaction too. If you hear it, you will understand that it does in fact sound terrible.
Basically, any country singer I've never heard of, I'm 100% when I hear that they have a song that's going to be terrible.
Take a drunk girl home.
That's
not it, but it's almost it.
It might as well be it.
It might as well be it. Yeah.
Just based on the lyrics, it sounds like he listened to a bunch of Luke Bryan and went, "Oh, geez, I got to do something about this." Oh, this isn't good.
It's going to get followed up by take a drunk girl home if you're on a boat. Just every situation.
What if you see a drunk girl on a boat? Also take her home.
Yeah. But there's going to be water involved, so you need to know what to do. These songs are here for you.
He needs to just write a whole children's book that just goes through all of the situations you could run into a drunk girl.
I think that's the next Imagination Library book.
And just take her home.
So the Imagination Library is Dolly Parton's thing in Tennessee, where if you sign up, she sends her foundation or whatever, sends your kid a free book every month until they're like 6 or something. Mm-hmm. I think we should adapt Take a Drunk Girl Home, just so kids are getting this message early.
Yeah. We may need it.
Oh, we may.
I mean, based on the sheer number of people.
Staggering.
We might as well give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen?
Just more date rape, confusion.
People reading the book and going,
Oh,
I didn't think about that. I could do the opposite of this.
what an idea! I guess I shouldn't have listened to it backwards. Any resolutions? Do you do resolutions?
Not really.
I don't either.
I mean, I have things I'm doing, but they're not. They started before New Year's, so they don't really count.
Just continue. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm planning on doing another Warrior Dash this year.
Okay.
So I'm training for that.
Fantastic.
But I decided that on like December 27th. So it has nothing to do with New Year's. It wasn't a resolution. It's just like, oh, I should sign up for this again.
I'm gonna do that. What did you do on New Year's?
Nothing. Not a thing. We were driving back from the frozen tundra of Kansas and got back like 6:37
In the evening.
Yeah. Put the kid to bed, as you're supposed to do at that time. And then a weird thing happened. I was gonna watch the ball drop because I feel like you have to do that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
Sure.
It's a cultural obligation.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a thing this year.
Really?
The only channels that had it on that I saw, it was on Fox with Steve Harvey hosting,
Okay.
or on CNN with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen hosting.
Ugh.
So I opted for CNN.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good decision, but it was the best choice I had.
It's not Anderson Cooper I mind, by the way.
Andy Cohen? Not a big Andy Cohen fan?
No.
No one should be.
He's like a professional douchebag?
Well,
Kind of? Provoker?
here's the thing about Andy Cohen that annoys me and has always annoyed me. I've never ranted about Andy Cohen before.
No,
this is going to be fun.
fresh. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's excited.
Andy Cohen was the head of programming at Bravo.
Oh.
Okay. So what did Andy Cohen program? A talk show for himself.
It's true. He does.
You can't be a great person, I don't feel like, if as your job you go, you know who should be on TV? Me. I got a lot of things to say.
I'd be perfect for this.
I think a talk show hosted by me where I interview people I want to talk to would be the perfect program for me to program here.
Massively interesting.
Yeah. So he acts like a person who shouldn't be on TV.
Oh, absolutely he does.
Because he's not a person who should be on TV.
I thought he was just some fucking guy. I had no idea he was the director of programming.
At one point, it was
one
something
point.
along
Wow.
those lines as
Yeah.
his title. So he was hosting with Anderson Cooper because they're friends. I don't know how their friendship normally goes. It was the most awkward twosome in the history of television. I can only assume that they're friends, like by proxy.
Right.
Like
they
they
share
go to
a
parties
friend.
together
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
But in a group. And they've never been one-on-one.
Right.
And that was fleshing out on TV the whole time.
So, Andy.
Yeah. It was a lot of Andy Cohen saying things and Anderson Cooper going, oh, jeez.
Because Anderson Cooper's like he's a real journalist.
Anderson
you know?
Cooper, his eyes were screaming.
Yeah. His eyes were screaming.
He had a look all New Year's Eve that was basically saying, I didn't think it was possible, but I miss Kathy Griffin.
Do you think internally the whole time he was just like, doggone it?
I assume that he kept just like while they were talking, glancing at his watch and going, crap, 9:30. It's 9:30.
How the fuck am I gonna
9:35? That was 2 hours.
So we did some fun things. First of all, the day before, not the day before. Maybe it was New Year's Eve. I don't know. We went to Costco for the first time.
That was your fun thing?
No, we got a membership. We bought a fuck ton of food, and among the food we bought were some Norwegian smoked salmon.
Okay.
Very exciting. The
Okay.
little slices.
I'm on board.
Some of it
Smoked salmon's very
had
good.
Dill.
Did you get cream cheese?
I did not get cream cheese.
You're supposed to have cream cheese.
Well, I know. Yeah, Jen was very sad that we didn't have cream cheese, but we didn't have cream cheese. It came with a little honey mustard kind of sauce thing.
Okay,
that was very good.
that's acceptable.
Like a dill honey mustard. It was very good. So I was excited to eat that, and I've been on a vodka kick.
Gross.
Yeah.
Real gross, man.
So I was like, go ahead.
You're very Scandinavian right now.
I am a little Scandinavian right now. That was
I'm
the
going to
thing.
have smoked fish and vodka.
That's it. That was my thought. I like themes. Sue me. I was reading about how Russians drink vodka, and so they shoot it, which is not something I'm willing to do.
I thought you were just going to say like water.
Well, there's that. Apparently, the thing to do if you're Russian is to, like, someone buys an entire bottle for a group, and you all sort of drink it together.
Out of the bottle?
No, you don't pour, but you don't pour your own shots. Like, someone else pours. So, it's like a group thing. Like, you pour for someone, and then other people pour for, you know what I mean? And then they have these little snacks. So what they do is they take an exhale, they go, then they turn it up, they down the shot. Then they have like a pickle or like a slice of onion or like a little piece of like pork fat or something to chew on.
I have never been sadder about Russia than I am right now.
So I kind of did it halfway. I was sipping the vodka.
Not the same.
And I was eating pickles and eating stuff. We had a whole little snack platter going.
Did you eat onion?
I didn't have an onion, no. I didn't. But I had lots of different kinds of pickles, and I had olives.
Did you eat all the pickles?
Yeah, I did. I had a lot of pickles on New Year's Eve, and we watched a Jen Kirkman thing, comedy thing, and then we watched Dave Chappelle's new special.
Can I ask you a question about Dave Chappelle's
Have
new
you
special?
watched it? Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
It was a little ranty.
I mean, he's a ranty person.
He's great. It was hilarious, but I have.
So people are very upset about it.
Why are they upset about it?
Well, guess. See
The
if you can-
trans thing?
Yeah.
Well, that honestly did bother me a little.
Okay.
Because
Did you see the specials last year?
I probably did,
That
but
he's
I don't remember.
referencing.
I don't remember what he's referencing too well. Yeah. I mean, he was like, I think politically he doesn't really have a problem. He doesn't really have a problem with trans people.
He doesn't
but-
care.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares.
My theory is Dave Chappelle just wants people to leave him alone, and he will leave everyone else alone, and he does not care what they do in any way.
He's sort of a libertarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the black libertarian.
Yeah.
The one.
He's the one.
There aren't many.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to go
I'm
to
not sure
the...
he'd be happy with us accusing him of being a libertarian. But
Oh, he probably would be very against it. But, but also, kind of, I mean, that's kind of the
That's sort of
stance he
what
takes
he's-
on everything.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just not an insane libertarian.
Right.
But so the joke last year, it was a whole bit about seeing a transgendered female choking it at an art gallery.
Yeah, okay.
Or passed out in an art gallery or
Okay.
something.
Okay.
And they fell down, and their dress went up.
Her dress went up. Yeah.
Yes, her dress went up, and it was a very confusing situation.
She
for
had a
him
penis.
because he didn't know what to call her.
Well, you call her a her.
Well, but he didn't know.
Okay.
Which at that moment, I actually get what he's saying
Okay.
because I have a transgendered person at work.
Oh.
I don't know which way the transition's going.
Okay. Oh, you can't tell where they started at.
I don't know if it's like they're
If-
midway. She or he is midway. And I haven't been introduced to the person.
Okay.
So I don't know the name
Right.
to make a judgment here.
Okay. Now they're not like non-binary or something, because there are people who are sort of in between.
No, they're
Okay.
Someone has told me that this individual is transitioning.
Okay. From what to what?
I
You
don't know.
Okay.
And so that's where my issue is.
oh, that's a little confusing. Yeah.
So, I mean, in Dave Chappelle's defense, in that situation, I might go, I don't know which way they're transitioning.
no, not in that situation, because if you see a person,
Probably
Presenting-
you assume, but
yeah,
at the same time, you're in a rush because they collapsed.
well, okay,
So I get it.
yeah.
I get it, but everyone got
If
upset.
someone's presenting female, but you happen to see their junk,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a penis, then that's a trans woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would think.
I don't know how it works. I've never done it.
Well, that's, I think that's
I
how
don't
it
know
works.
if you like early on.
Most people don't.
I don't know how it works.
From what I know, most people don't get what they call bottom surgery.
the reassignment.
They don't. Yeah, generally they take hormones, and that goes both ways. And and part of the thing is too, there's pretty well an equal number of trans men, but like because of what testosterone does to the body, they sort of seamlessly. You know what I mean? They just it's a lot easier to quote unquote pass a lot of times. It's harder, I think. For, you know what I mean?
I relate to his issue with not being able to know what pronoun to use.
Yeah. Well, sure. Sure. I mean, I sort of understand.
Because because there are also people who are transitioning that don't want he or she.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
And you're going to be in trouble if you say the wrong one because they'll be offended.
Yeah.
There needs to be like a neutral one.
Well, I think they.
That
is fine.
it works.
Yeah, I think that's fine if you don't know.
Anyway, all that to say,
Or you can just in his situation,
he
doesn't
chose the wrong one.
He chose the wrong one, and he doesn't have the opportunity to say because they're dying. He doesn't have the opportunity to ask. You know, I think in most situations you can. What's your preferred pronoun?
Anyway,
you know? Yeah.
all that say,
aside,
that's what led to this bit.
Yeah.
Which I think was just him being trying to provoke people because he likes to do that.
He is a comedian after all.
If people get upset with him, his gut reaction is to make them more upset.
That seems about right. Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's fucking hilarious.
It's really funny to me whenever he puts a special out because the reactions from people are so confused as to whether they're supposed to like it or not at this point.
Yeah.
You have like equal numbers on both the right and the left hating and liking it.
At the same time.
It's like 50-50 on either side.
Right.
It's very confusing.
I think,
I'm assuming the people on the right who like it for the wrong reason.
Right.
And they should stop watching Dave Chappelle.
Unless if it's changing their heart.
They should probably go watch Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, again.
Or just watch the part of the Dave Chappelle bit where he talks about I'm blanking on the kid's name that was beaten in Mississippi.
Oh yes, Mm-hmm. Just so they can relive that
They
moment.
they can watch that part over and over. Well, no, because they'll learn.
Oh yes,
they'll learn.
They should learn.
They'll learn.
Yeah,
I hope.
No, he says a lot of things that I'm like right on, but I did bristle a little bit at the bit about trans people because I did. But yeah, I think that particular situation, I don't know, but I think in general in life, just like try to be nice.
Well, and I bristled at it too, but mostly because it really wasn't that funny.
It really wasn't.
Out of all of his jokes, that was kind of the worst.
It felt like he was going on a tirade.
It was kind of the worst bit.
Yeah. And I think you have to be really careful when you have such a big voice.
Yeah.
You know, like with great power. You know what I mean?
No. I don't know what you mean.
Great responsibility.
I don't understand.
Spider-Man. Never mind.
Spider who?
He's more spider now than man. Twisted and evil. So yeah, I think...
Wait, is that from a movie or a comic
from
book?
Star Wars, and I just put Spider-Man in it instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's more machine now than man.
Well, I was going to say if that's from any of the Spider-Man movies, that's a lie. He was never more spider. He was always predominantly man.
Man, yeah.
It was like 95%
Or
man.
rather boy, really. And he's a teenager.
That's true.
Yeah.
He was just a child.
He was a child.
Just a spider child.
Spider boy, spider child. Doesn't get benefits because he's spider child. Can't drive on his own. Yeah.
I know that you probably have a stronger opinion on this than I do.
Okay.
Spider-Man, though, really seems like a lame superhero.
We don't have time for this. We don't have time for me to unravel my feelings about what you just said.
He climbs things and shoots webs.
I'd like to see you do it.
I can't do it, but if I did, I guarantee you it wouldn't be that entertaining.
I'm also pretty sure that like just being able to do those two things does not ensure that you'll survive the swinging and the crashing into buildings.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if you watch like American Ninja Warrior or something,
Yeah.
if you gave one of them the ability to shoot webs, they're essentially Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it. He is
Okay.
he is a teenager who does parkour and shoots webs.
He shoots webs. He in the new movie he has like a kind of like a super suit kind of thing happening, but that's new. He shoots webs. He can stick to the side of buildings.
Mm-hmm.
He's stronger. He's much stronger than the average person.
Like a parkour person.
Yeah,
They're very strong.
he's very agile.
Parkour?
Oh, spider sense. They don't have spider sense. Do you know what spider sense is?
No.
He gets like a premonition that something bad's about to happen.
I don't think spiders do that.
Well, you would be right.
This is nonsense.
A premonition.
All right, so you're drunk on pickled vodka
I'm drunk on pickled vodka
and watching Dave Chappelle and Jen
and
Kirkman.
feeling a little upset about. We watched Dave Chappelle second, so
I feel like those are polar opposites, by the way.
yeah. Well, hers was great too. Yeah, they're pretty opposite. Yeah, she had a great bit about like I meditated today. I can't do it justice, but it's good.
I like Jen Kirkman.
Yeah.
However,
Okay.
I hope she doesn't hear this because she'll get very offended. She gets offended very easily. I've noticed this in life.
I didn't know that.
I listened to her audiobook halfway through,
Oh.
and then I stopped because it was about how she doesn't have to have a kid.
Right.
That's it. That's the entire subject of the book.
Okay.
So every chapter was like, I don't have to have a kid. Chapter 2. My friends say I have to have a kid. I don't have to have a kid. Chapter 3. My parents say I have to have a kid. I don't have to have a kid. It was just over and over the same thing.
Okay.
And I made it like it was, I think the audiobook was like 6-7 hours. I made it like 3 hours. I'm like, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done with this, Jen.
Have you listened to the Hilarious World of Depression podcast?
No.
I was introduced to that recently. It's good. It's good. They put different, usually comedians, but other people on too. Like Jeff Tweedy from Wilco was on, and they just talk about. I mean, the people that are on, I think, generally have clinical depression.
Oh, sounds cheery.
Yeah, but they talk about how they live through it. You know
Oh,
what I
it
mean?
sounds like a laugh riot.
It's not but it's not. They don't approach it like super sad though for a depression podcast.
I don't feel like I'd get much out of it
yeah.
because I don't have depression.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not bragging about it. I'm just I don't think things about depression are meant for me.
It was really shitty that you started that I'm not depressed club.
No. I just walk around to people and taunt them. I'm feeling okay today.
Yeah, life has its ups and downs, but I'm fine. How about you?
I never feel great or terrible. I'm just in the middle. Blah.
Nathan's community service project is he goes and visits the depressed, but he just shits on them the whole time.
No, I like stuff like that. Occasionally I like to hear stories about people overcoming depression and stuff, but I can't relate to any of it. With that being said, that's a very good podcast for people who need that sort of podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's a necessary thing. It's just not for wide audiences, I don't feel like.
Yeah, much like our show.
No.
Sushi Jackknife.
Sushi Jack.
Unresolved. Just like this year. Well, happy 2018, everybody.
Knife.